Hi everyone, it's Andrew at the South Allegheny Recording Studio again. Today I want to talk to you about loops in Logic Pro. Now this topic is super important because while we have this great recording studio here with state-of-the-art equipment, on the surface it doesn't seem like it would have a lot of value for someone who isn't musically inclined. Well, thanks to Logic's loops, you can start creating music with little to no experience. Okay, let's get into it. I have Logic open here, and for the purposes of this video, I've loaded up a blank project. You can use the same techniques in the project using the new recording template we talked about in the Start a New Recording video, which is available on the Recording Studio website. Okay, in Logic, in the top right corner, you'll see this little roller coaster loop icon, third button here. If I click on that, that'll bring up all the loops, and you'll see it in this screen right here. Here I can search, preview, and add loops to my session. At the top I have my search section, and below I have the results of what I put into that search. Right now I haven't entered any search criteria, so it's giving me a giant list of every loop available in Logic. If I click on the loop, it'll preview it so I can see what it sounds like. When I find the loop I want, I just click and drag it over into the arrangement window, and it automatically creates a track with my loop in it. I can repeat this process for as many loops as I want. Then I can move them left and right to determine where they start on the grid. So if I want this 12-string acoustic guitar part to come in first, I'll place it earlier on the timeline. If I want this conga that I've dragged in to come in later, I'll move it towards the end. I can also extend the loop by hovering my mouse over the top right corner of a region like this. You'll see the icon change to this rounded arrow. If I click and drag to the right from here, it'll repeat that loop for as long as I want to. Now, while that briefly explains how to add loops to your session, let's talk about a more practical way to make music with loops. Usually, entire songs have different parts. There's usually a drum part, a bass part, maybe a keyboard or a guitar part, maybe some effects, etc. So I can drag in one loop for each of these elements to make a whole song. To find these loops, I'm going to use the search section here at the top. Now I can search by instrument, by genre, or by certain descriptors. So if I want something that sounds relaxed or cheerful or melodic, I can pick that in here. So in this case, if I want a drum part, I'll pick all drums here in the instrument category. I want it to be in the funk style, and I want it to be grooving here in the descriptors. And it gives me a list of every drum beat that meets the criteria I've given it. So let's listen. If you want to reset the search criteria, you just click this X on the left. What's great about Apple's loops is that they're named and organized in a way so that they'll work together right out of the box. For example, if I find a particular loop that I like and search for it here in this box, I remember liking one called Neon Dreams. Everything in this list that's named Neon Dreams is guaranteed to work together. Here in my loop viewer, I have a few pieces of information that are really important. I have the name of the loop, the number of beats it takes before the loop starts over again, the tempo, and the key that it's in. The tempo indicates the speed of the loop, and the key denotes what scale it's in. As long as you look for loops where the tempo and the key are the same, you can pretty easily make it sound good together. So now, let's make a song with just loops. So I'm going to start with a drum beat. That sounds good. Then I'll put in a bass part. And maybe I'll add some synth chords behind that. Then I'll add a guitar part, and I'll add a piano part just for fun too. Okay, I've got a few elements in here. I'm going to add another section before I see how this sounds. Hold on. Okay, so I put all my loops together. These are all from the Neon Dreams section over here. And let's see what we've got. I haven't played a single note. I've just dragged loops in at different times. Let me shorten this so you can see all of it happening at one time. Okay, let's see how it sounds. Wow, that sounds pretty cool for just dragging in loops. I also haven't adjusted very many volumes. I've only adjusted the volume down here and a little bit up here, but otherwise this is right out of the box, so you can use this to sing along to, use in the background of a video, or complement an entirely different piece of music. Okay guys, that was a quick overview of how loops work in Logic. Please check out all the other videos on the Recording Studio website to learn more, and I'll see you in the next one. Thanks.